Hello, podcast listeners. Welcome to another episode of Sloss and Humphries on the road from here in Australia. It's a regular episode, but if you give us money and you get this earlier, you know we much prefer you. We much prefer you. Thanks for being Patreons. You're the fucking best. If you're the regular listeners, cool. All right, you're here too. Great, thanks. You make up an audience. I'm grateful for that. But in terms, on the spectrum of fucking gratitude, how I feel for you compared to how I feel for the fucking Patreons, night and day. Night and fucking day. Step kid, real kid. Right.
Sloss and Humphries on the road.
Muggins and Cream, Cream and Muggins, straight thuggin', living the dream.
And that's our intro.
Fucking muggles.
Tickling the clit inside your head that makes you laugh. They said it can't be done.
Alright, how does it feel being an arena comic?
Is this a public episode?
Is this a loaded question?
Well, yes, because, yes, it feels really good. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Me too. No, you know what? I did in the sense of occasion. The sense of occasion was, it felt massive. It felt like a big deal. It was groundbreaking for us. And it was super duper underwhelming as an experience on stage.
Just not good. I just don't think it belongs in things that says good audience. And I know it's good audience because like my mum and dad were watching it and they were like, "Oh, that was great."
Yeah.
And me and you were like, it was good. It was, yeah. But man, it didn't feel
top 10 gigs? Top 100? Maybe. Top 100 in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Top 25 in Australia. Wait, this is what it is. It's totally fine. Everyone's having a good time. They're all laughing. But we might as well have earplugs in. Because in a theatre with 3,500 people in, right?
Hello and welcome to our Diamond Shoes Are Too Tight podcast.
That's what the podcast is.
We have wonderful things happen to us and then just complain about that. What did you not enjoy about the Sydney Opera House, Guy?
You don't know, Daniel. Imagine you got to have sex with Scarlett Johansson.
Well, there's nothing in that for me. I love my fiance.
No, Daniel.
No, there's nothing in that for me. No, I'm a loyal man.
Disassociate.
Nope.
No, right. Fine, it's a period. Fine, it's a period episode, all right?
Well, my heart belongs to one vagina.
No, but just hypothetically, right? Cara died yesterday.
What?
and tomorrow you had a chance to sleep with Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
And she just... Yeah, they're like a sack of spuds.
Right, okay.
That was another one where if it got clipped by Jack, you would put, I don't know what Kai said there.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like a sack of potatoes. It was just out of rhythm completely with you. You had no chemistry.
Yeah, you just don't.
But
you don't put the brakes on your accent often.
But that's not fair on the analogy I've just given is not fair on the crowd. The crowd were fucking amazing. This was the problem when you play to 3,500 people in a theatre. Right, you got a circle, and you've got a balcony, and everybody's like a bit closer, and everybody's looking at you, and you can hear the people furthest away laughing. Right, if you put that 5,000 people and just rolled them like a pancake as flat as you could and as far as you could. You see the people at the back, if you just got like a back row of people, right, and they laughed as hard as they could, you wouldn't hear it. It wouldn't reach you. Like I couldn't speak to the sound technician shouting at each other. He needed a mic to speak back to us during sound check because I couldn't hear him there. So everybody past a certain point, the volume of them people just doesn't reach you. The volume dies before it gets you. So you don't get that wave of everybody laughing coming at you. You just get like the few people at the front, the laughter from that will reach in. Like you know everybody's having a good time, but it feels like you just rolled up your plugs and put them in for your gig.
It's not the world's smallest violin, but it is a very small one. It's it's not the smallest because I agree with you, but I mean I agree with you more. Like it was just so underwhelming walking out stage and be like, "Hey, here we go."
Riding a bike with a flat tire.
I think it will be better next time because I think now that we know that the way you can do it is you can feed back some of the sound from the audience, which I think is cheating.
I've done it before, but it wasn't me that did it. I was in I think it was the Capitol Theatre in Melbourne, and the Tobins had used it before with I think, with Stephen K. Amos, and they discovered that like the laughter didn't reach it, so they kind of made up the back half and put them in the monitors.
Something irks me about that. Feels dirty. Feels dirty. Feels like something Red Bull would do in Formula One. You're like, oh, but it's technically legal. You're like,
still them laughing.
It's still
you turned them up. I've been speaking to comic that's been touring arenas with Michael McIntyre, Paul Tonkinson.
Oh.
He got in touch with us when he saw that I put a post on that we'd done arena, and he was like, you've got to remember that they're all looking at the screens and not you. So
but that's another bit I didn't enjoy.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, you feel like a tiny little speck on stage.
Well, you can see people, now, not the people up close because you're there and you're sweating on them and accidentally spitting on them and stuff. But there's like, you could then see people at a distance and you'll just do something. And because I'm doing something with my face, they'll all just go, oh, it's like watching cunts randomly decide to watch tennis while you're doing a bit.
The tennis
second it's expressive, they're like, oh, I'll pay less attention. And I was jarring. I mean, don't get me wrong, we'll definitely do stuff like it again. If you'd ask me my personal preference, if you can sell 10,000 tickets, I think the best way to do that is like 3,000s or 4,000s.
So what you want to do is that you
piss and moan about my success. And gripe and just never be happy, no matter how far I get ahead, way farther than anything I ever dreamed of. I want to piss and moan the entire time because it's on brand, and so that's it. I just got to. I mean, this is just who I am.
Gav's people are being a Sparky. He was doing work on this lad's house.
Can't say that.
Sparky's.
It's not Patreon. You can't go on that. Difficult.
He's a noodle Sparky. Oh, right. Pause that story. I've got another one. Gav had this thing where every time we got a celebrity on Punch Drunk, including yourself, right? Yeah, he called it getting a shiny. I've got a shiny. Ian Sterling, I've got a shiny. But then we got like a sequence of celebrities that was like Dilly Suchaponda, and then Paul Sinner, and then Stephen K. Amos, and then Danny McLaughlin, Texas guy. Kai, man, he's got to stop calling them shinies. So, Gav was doing work on this lad's house, right? And then he knew of this lad, right? Because he made the paper for how much he was punching. Like, there was a picture of him and his missus in the Nationals.
Oh, I remember this guy.
Right?
Yeah,
because he's doing so unbelievably well for himself, appearance-wise. God knows what he has to put up with. No.
Are you suggesting that a beautiful woman couldn't be kind and fair?
I mean, I would never suggest that because I've looked out. The same man won the lottery, and he's in his lottery board house with his amazing wife. In Gav's can, he just doesn't stop whinging. He's like, I just turned up, fucking broke as fuck. He's just doing fucking rewire. He's covered in dust.
She's just
way happier.
She's got this obsession with blowjobs, man.
I'm sick of them. I'm absolutely sick of them.
I can't fucking hack it, man. All she wants to do is suck my dick and play FIFA. Like I don't like playing with her. It feels gross.
She's good at it, but like I still gotta beat her. So I got like a good competitive game and the feeling of winning. You know?
Gosh, she just reads all my favourite books to me before I go to bed. And you know what? I'm not getting enough sleep. Well, I mean, I don't have to wake up for anything, to be honest.
This is bullshit. I can eat what I want and I'm still ripped. I'm sick as fuck. What's the point in eating?
Oh.
Every time I get the washing out the fucking machine, the fucking socks come out in pairs. I'm fucking bored, man. I've got no idea. I was going to pair them up now. Look at this.
Just do you have any idea how many hotels I own in Vegas? I just want to get out of here. I can't be arsed taking all of these chips home. Put all million on it on fucking double zeros. Just get me out of here.
It was me that put it out there that the casino always wins. Like, that should have been a secret, but I've been trying to tell them and they just still keep coming and putting money on. Fucking wanted. Getting me dick sucked, playing FIFA.
Why on earth
Raped.
did she develop this horrible addiction to sucking my dick just when I learned to suck my own dick?
Got your ribs removed for nothing. Fucking delicious as well. What's the chance of that? What's the fucking chance of that, yummy? Anyway, that's us. That's us
Aye.
for the first couple of minutes of our podcast.
Oh, so pathetic, so ungrateful. I remember when I was practicing gratitude, and as with everything, if I'm not good at something instantly, I'll stop doing it forever.
Practicing for now.
Aye, nah.
It's not
When was the last time you meditated?
the day before yesterday, maybe?
What did you?
That was the day before yesterday, maybe. I'm going to translate myself.
Aye.
So I do now. Jax gives a complex with his subtitles. Oh my God, Dave Longley's comment on the latest clip. Fucking.
I've not seen it yet.
Oh
Has
my
he-
God.
Has he been fishing?
Oh my God. Right. So somebody put, so he put about the swear words in Jerry Seinfeld, because the clip was about 1-0, Jerry Seinfeld. Because Jerry Seinfeld didn't swear. So he's got that on you. I was like, well, 1-1. And someone went, yeah, well, Jerry Seinfeld also married an 18-year-old when he was 38. So I was like, 2-1 to us. To us. Make that clear.
Aye.
And then Dave Longley started replying back and, well, it's the age of consent, isn't it? The age of consent in Angola is 12, so the USA have got a lot of catching up to do. It was one of them where I always like to put a like on the status so that people can see,
we got it.
right? You know, like after it's done its work.
Mm.
I'm not liking that. I kind of like it. I kind of be seen like that. But fuck me, I laughed.
Can you cut the edges that bit where he said, but fuck me?
That's it, but fuck me.
Yeah.
But fuck me.
It
I
made
like
me
that thing
laugh.
that you were saying the other day about the. I just love fucking children, man. Like,
Aye,
great children are
God.
great. I just love fucking children.
Never.
Don't
No, this is a good episode. Thank God this is a public one.
yeah, okay.
We went to Newcastle the other day without you.
You were in Newcastle at the same time your fiancée was in Newcastle?
Yep. Yeah.
Did you take stock of that?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice that until someone DM'd.
Yeah, we were both in the Newcastles on the opposite side of the planet. And first thing I'll say is after being very good friends with Rhys Nicholson since 2008.
He's about to say something homophobic. Yeah, we'll go strap in. Strap on.
That was you! You did it!
Come on, man.
Rhys has shat on Newcastle. That's where he's from, right? And he's always just been like,
Is he Geordie?
He's Aussie Geordie. Aye.
Do they call themselves Geordies?
No.
Do you know why they call it Newcastle?
No, is that...
Because they found coal there.
Uh-huh.
And Ashley Cole. I mean, Cheryl Cole. Damn it. Damn it.
Ashley Cole, you fucking racist. Jesus.
No.
Yeah.
Ashley Cole married Cheryl Tweedy is what I was about to say last finish, and she became Cheryl Cole.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, Cheryl Cole's a Geordie.
Mm-hmm.
No, because there's coal in Newcastle, they found coal in Newcastle, called it Newcastle, and named all the places like Gosforth and Jesmond and stuff.
You're full of shit.
My sauce is really bad.
Aye, I think you've been true lied here.
Aye. It was
Go find out if any of that's true. Is Newcastle in Australia? There's no way. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket.
I want it to
and
be
it's
wrong. I want it to be wrong now, so that my sauce just like gets less respect in my eyes.
Who is it?
Elliot Steele.
There's no. Is it actually Elliot Steele? No, right, tough man. Because if it was, I was like, why did you waste any of our fucking time with that? Fucking man can't remember his fucking pin codes. So we were in other Newcastle. We get there early. My mum rents a car, so we drive down his family. Connor Burns is supporting. We drop Marlene off at the venue. We decide that we're going to go to a vineyard. You know, we'll go there. My dad can drive back. There's 30 minutes outside of Newcastle. And again, Rhys Nicholson has just constantly talked about how shit Newcastle is, how unpleasant it is. Like, so I'm expecting something like UK Newcastle.
Whoa.
Just something, you know.
Beautiful
but
city. Beautiful city.
when you don't see any of its inhabitants. Like if it was in like a 28 days later situation, maybe good to look at. But when yous are scurrying around the
Like
streets,
just
it's not.
don't
It's-
head west.
You've got, there's loads of homeless in Newcastle.
I don't think disproportionately to other cities.
Do you know things? I think disproportionately, I would say to
Nah.
Scotland.
Huh?
I would say it's Scotland. I feel like last time we were in
Oh,
Newcastle.
Glasgow's in
Oh, to be fair,
Edinburgh.
I don't hang out
Yeah,
there.
I
I don't hang
think
out
I
there.
think Newcastle are actually proportionally better.
Yeah.
Not that any numbers are good.
Maybe it's just more of you look homeless, and I'm
maybe.
making judgments, and maybe
Maybe a bit of that.
you're just lying on the floor.
So it was actually like quite nice.
It was very nice,
Yeah.
but sorry, have you got an answer here?
It's really hard to find the history of the name of it, but it does say that it's named after the Newcastle upon Tyne, but it doesn't really
It
give a
doesn't say
reason.
it doesn't say because of the mining.
It says the settlement was originally called Coal River, also.
Oh,
then
then,
it's-
yeah, then maybe it's
yeah.
true then, all right. And can you look at a map of Newcastle and tell us if there's places called Jesmond in it and whether that bit's true? Like, what would we be
I'll see
looking
if-
for?
I'll see if there's a
See if there's a
Jesmond
cold
in-
stream. See
Yeah,
if there's-
Coldstream's Northumberland.
They're not going to borrow from just the...
They're not gonna have a Tyne mouth because I doubt the river's called the Tyne. Is that river called the Tyne? They can't just be fucking jogging everything.
I mean, what? You
They can't just be
fucking
copying
white
everything.
people who steal things go over to another country doing a fucking genocide are going to steal the name of something.
I just don't.
That's where their moral compass is. They're like, oh, like, let's kill all the people that are here. But, oh, no. I'm an artist.
I've
with
got to have
my
a little
words.
bit of. I was about to say acouthness, but I don't think acouthness is a word.
I don't think it is.
Acouthness,
There-
integrity.
Mhm.
I'll just say integrity.
There is a Jesmond. There's also Belmont, Swansea, a Toronto.
So they are nicking from everywhere. They're just thieves across the board.
Well, I think
Cardiff.
that happens a lot. Like in Adelaide, there's a Brighton Beach,
Aye.
and there's Miami Beach and Gold Coast.
Aye. So, man, Newcastle, Australia, really nice. I mean, to be fair, we're just in like the centre and then we're driving out into all the fucking vineyard bits. So we look for a place. Is it called the Twin Bridges or Two Bridges, Matthew?
Tyne Bridges.
Twin Bridges. Twin Bridges is the name of the distillery, right? We pull off down this fucking road. We pull off down this other road. We see a sign. It says Twin Bridges. We cross one. There's a fucking big ass lizard beside it. We cross another bridge. There's a big ass lizards on it, right? Real actual lizards just moving around. We're like, oh, I mean, this is
Like big
definitely-
lizard, like a monitor.
Yeah, no, like a real, but a big ass fucking iguana though, like
Yeah.
like a bearded lizard.
The iguana has the ones where they like change colours.
That's a chameleon.
That's me.
You change colours.
No.
You're a race
But
trader.
I am bung-eyed though.
Aye. And is that to catch prey?
I do.
Because it didn't help with women at all.
I do lash my tongue out when I want something. Like, oh, there's me vape.
And then we just like, man, there are no vineyards, there are no vines, there are no grapes, there's no big things.
Big things.
You know, the big vats.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
There's no groups of people stomping on grapes through mesh and dripping out. There's no French people. It's just like a bloke's house, and then his like woodworking shed. And we get down there and we're like, oh, I mean, there's no way this is it. So we like, there's no parking. There's no sign anywhere that's like, oh, welcome to this. We were like, clearly we fucking take
So
it.
how did you even discover this place? Like,
We just typed in vineyards in the area and it says this place. And we're like, okay, well, that's weird. Maybe we went to the wrong bit. Maybe that sign was just there.
so you just Googled vineyards. No one recommended it. You were just like,
No.
I fancy wine. Let's
What's
go.
the closest to what's
Yeah.
the shortest fucking drive?
Just because in the places that you've been in so far in Australia, they've had
all
nice
Australian
vineyards.
wine's good, man. Like it's
So you discover a vineyard that's
not
hidden.
Yeah, and no vineyard, and we're like, right, clearly we've come to the fucking wrong bit. Clearly there's going to be some guest services.
Is it like, you know, when you're cycling through America and you see like kids with a lemonade stand and they've made their own lemonade and they're selling the lemonade? Or is it just somebody doing that but with grapes?
Well, we come out. I'm like, let's just find another one. Like, clearly that's either just like some sort of home brewing fucking thing, in which case there's not going to be a fucking tour of it. It's not what we're after. Thank you. Let's find another one. She's just like, I'll just call the guy. She phones him up and he answers. And he goes, hello. She's like, I'm looking for Twin Bridges. Is there any chance we come for a tour? And he's like, oh yeah, were you the people that just drove into my driveway? And we were like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, man, I just got back from market. Sorry, come on, back down. And we go there, and it's exactly what we thought. He just goes to other places, picks up grapes, comes back, and for 20 years has been making wine in his garage.
What, grapes from Coles? You went to Woolworths?
No, as in like, well, he's in.
Can you do that? Can you get grapes from the supermarket and make wine?
I mean, you could, but not in the capacity. He's buying tons of grapes. Like, man, he's producing. Like, he does sell.
I wouldn't be cost effective, would it?
No, he does sell wine. He doesn't make money, but he's like, man, it's a retirement hobby that got heaps out of hand, like so out of hand.
He does make money, but he's getting high on his own supply and saving a fortune.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Yeah, that's good wine as well, man. That's
it's very nice.
That it doesn't taste like home brew.
One of them has won awards, but you know, Brendan Schaub's whiskey is also won awards. You can just buy awards.
Proper 12 probably has an award.
Yeah. I mean, it's legitimately fucking good. We were there for about an hour, and it was very funny because he was just like, all right, so I'll just give you like a wine tour then, and he shows us all his vats and how it's done, and it's, you know, it's not done in wood as much anymore because plastic is actually fucking better in general. And
He does in plastic vats.
Big ass plastic vats, and then also. This blew my mind. He's like, "Oh, we've got this selection here, which I'm just going to have to give to the gods." I'm like, "What does that mean?" He's like, I'm going to have to put it out." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, because it's gone off." I'm like, I don't know why you go off. I thought the whole point was the older wine got.
Yeah, dusty bottle.
Aye, surely, but no.
Turn to vinegar eventually.
Yeah.
So you know if somebody's got like a wine collection that's fucking vintage, is that going to taste like gash?
No, because I think that's like specifically good grapes and done in certain ways that it was designed to last that time. Whereas this stuff was just like, hey, let's make a batch that's going to be fucking delicious in a year, and then we can sell it for 4 years before it goes off. Because he was saying there is a perfect time to drink wines like this and stuff. And man, the whole time he's giving us this speech, he's just pouring us all of just his homemade fucking wine, and he's having as much as we are. And I'm like, man, what a life. Just randomly, what a lottery ticket. You've just made your own wine in your back garden, and then occasionally, TripAdvisor, Google Maps, just throw you a customer.
And they're just there going, shite this. Absolutely shite this.
They came in, they bought fucking, 17 fucking bottles. What are we going to do this and buy more grapes? Well, I guess, actually.
No.
Yeah, I guess I will, but I said, drive this, not enough to cover the fucking I am steaming though, God, I've had fun.
Have you drinking loads of it?
No, him. I was still doing him. Man, he was fucking mad. He was, because we were getting like drunk, man. He wasn't giving us small things, and we were asking questions because, man, it's like, normally at a distillery, I don't care how you fucking make Guinness. I couldn't give a shit. Just give me the fucking examples and piss off, right? But when it's just
a dude in his passion project,
Matt, when it's a fucking like
it's not a 2 hour. It's just like,
and man, he was a different generation. Like there was like we got on with them. I wouldn't have liked to have known his opinions on homosexuals.
Nah,
like I wouldn't have. It was like there was humor barrier. Like you found out like I was a comedian.
You cannot make good wine and not like the homosexuals. I just feel like there's a bit of the ping pong involved in the wine industry.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe this is my bigotry against like fucking old people. But he just, you know, maybe I was judging him for the fact that, you know, it's in Newcastle. And obviously the reason Rhys Nicholson actually hated Newcastle so much isn't just because, you know, he thought it was a fucking shithole, but I said it on stage because the gig was fucking class, man. The audience was really, really good. Yeah. So much better than that 5,000 seats. Just being a whitey dick. At the end of it, I was like, Rhys Nicholson has shot on this place for years, and I just got to tell him, maybe the secret is just not being gay here. Then they treat you like royalty.
You don't get a completely different experience than what Rhys Nicholson got from the place.
Absolutely, man. Like I reckon it's the same time. Like I'm like, man, America is such a warm and welcoming place. People in Mexico and the rest of South America are like.
But do people instantly assume you to be straight? I suppose so, the way you dress with that.
Well, God, what a slam wrapped up in another slam. Let's what?
Hey, you know, I like brown shoes, white belt, black top. Not now.
Oh, right.
I'm just saying, it's the way you'd only just like throw something
The
together.
fucking gall.
Throw something together based on what's on the floor.
The fucking gall of you to be throwing any of these.
So as you come
insults.
through, you've got some of my stuff on. I'm like, you just
Your-
fucking roll for news until
your
something fit.
wife dresses you, and even then you still fuck it up afterwards. You have no right to be slinging any of this at
Hey,
me.
I done my last day.
Oh,
So
don't get me wrong. I'll give you. You look straighter than me.
I mean, nah. I forgot which argument to fight.
Aye. Oh, I mean, I can't.
Did you get the timestamp on when we're getting the wine in as well? Just so you can chop that to it, including this one.
Yeah, let's not be too unprofessional. Like, you know.
Don't leave these bits in.
Aye. So very good wine. Really good wine. We bought a bunch of the bottles. Never, and you've not had it yet, but have you ever in your fucking life had sparkling red wine?
Sparkling red?
Aye.
I can't say I have.
No, he makes it. Which I'm like, surely that's...
I've had red wine and Sprite.
I put a Pinot Noir through a...
Soda stream.
Thank you for alley-ooping that in. I wasn't going to get there.
It was just whizzing around the room.
You can see me just...
Give me some fingertips.
No.
Well, he could have helped me out before I done double couth or whatever the fuck I said.
Uncouth, is that what you were
They're
going
the
for?
opposite of couth. Super couth.
Uncouth.
Couthness. Couthness was overcouthed.
Overcouth.
Wine. Sparkling red.
Sparkling, right? Like a deep sparkling red. It
I
is.
already know I don't want it.
No, now I can understand where you're coming from. When is red wine terrible? What's the worst sort of climate and time of day to be drinking red wine in?
Red wine?
Aye.
Cold?
No, not the temperature of the wine. The temperature of like outside
No.
and stuff.
Aye, cold.
Oh, so is it worst times to while it's fucking cold outside,
Well, I'd get into mulled wine if it was like
freezing around.
if it was snowing. Aye.
Okay, what about if it was warm weather? What do you do? If you're beside a pool, you want some wine. What are you going for? Look at what this podcast has become.
I like red wine in the sun. South Africa. I got South Africa. It's a fucking sunny day drinking red wine. I'd say.
Do they refrigerate it?
Yeah. I mean, they probably have it in like the refrigeration will be room temperature, which is probably still.
You're having a fucking Pinot Noir with the sun beating off the back of your head.
Aye. 100%.
That's mad, that.
We've done it at Molly Dukas in Adelaide.
Oh, yeah. That was like drinking fucking Velvet, to be fair. But
It was called Velvet Glove as well.
oh yeah, oh no, yeah.
We are proper connoisseurs on this episode. Like,
I don't
absolute
think
connoisseurs.
that's what they're getting from this.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna spit some wine knowledge. Do you know when they say like?
Oh, the French method.
I like that. Oh man, I got some really good feedback on your Chinese prison joke. Let's say no more. A few people on separate occasions after the gigs when
Yeah.
I've been chatting to them that listen to the thing were saying that they were absolutely howling.
What?
Chinese prison joke. Like, it's so racist.
Oh, it's the thinly veiled, ironic.
It's highlighted.
Yeah.
It's not veiled.
Yeah, no.
There's neon arrows pointing at it. Look at that veil. You know, if you're looking at the tasting notes on the back of a bottle of wine, now you're listening to the concierge. Sauvignon. What's he called again?
Sommelier. The concierge.
I'm spitting knowledge. The sommelier tells you that it's got notes of apricot.
Mm-hmm.
You know them grapes have never been near an apricot. There's never been an apricot near that wine.
No.
It's all to do with the minerals in the soil.
Aye.
Give it the specific flavours.
And it's all made up. You cannot get it wrong.
And then people like come to an agreement that like, yeah, I'm getting apricots from that. And say what they're getting.
Also, people have like different fucking palates, man. So other people, like he was saying, like people experience different things in different parts of the flavour, depending on who the fuck they are.
Like
So
smokers and non-smokers probably get a different experience with wine.
all right, man, you could literally go out there and be like, hey, I'm getting in some Marmite. And people will be like, yep, absolutely. I guess there's something better in there. So therefore, that's not wrong. You're like, it tastes like my childhood. And like, maybe.
Bubblegum?
Maybe your dad spat on you after drinking this once. Maybe it does taste like it. And like, there's nothing. It tastes like the moon. They're like, that makes sense.
Aye, no one's even
We kept the
tasted the
balls
moon, but-
outside at
But
moonlight.
what a guess.
Aye. Werewolves love this, which is ironic. And it's also not irony.
It's not ironic.
It's not even.
It's actually a perfect match. The moon and werewolves is a good pairing.
No.
Perfect pairing.
I don't think. No,
They
werewolves.
come out at a full moon.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to. It's always bad. It's always bad. It's always bad. It's always bad. Show me one fucking cunt who's normal bloke and he knows he's going to be a werewolf in full moon. He's like, oh, here we go, yes, get to eat some flesh. What's that movie?
American Werewolf in London.
Not seen it, so maybe.
Thank God. It's
You rat bastard.
neither have I. Teen Wolf.
No, I think it's always an inconvenience.
Hunt for the Wilder People. The other one of his. Tiki Waititi's one.
What did you just call him? You racist piece of shit. Tiki Waititi.
Aye.
Fuck me.
That's what it's called, isn't it?
No, that's the racist name your grad came up from. Like that.
Tiki Waititi. It's fucking, you've done Ragnarok.
You gotta stop saying it, man.
Fucking Tiki Waititi. That
You
didn't.
can't keep. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
It doesn't face a Coke. Didn't come in the
You
woods.
can't say any of this, man.
Yeah, it wasn't coming in the woods either, was it? That was M. Night Shyamalan.
It's getting worse.
And I kind of different director got mistaken. If it's not Tiki Waititi, it's M. Night Shyamalan.
You gotta stop. I'm fucking telling you, bud.
None of it's a slur.
It's all a slur.
None of it's a slur.
Oh.
It's just your technicism, your accent. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. Doing. Doing means doing.
Oh. Pig.
Pikey. Fucking hell.
There's a bar in fucking
You've crossed it. Just getting everything wrong. Get one thing wrong, start getting everything wrong. No one knows what you're meaning to get
you've
wrong.
crossed it. A gymnast's compliment.
You've got into law.
You passed it.
Aye. I've got something to talk about.
I wasn't finished what we were just talking about.
Phew. Because mine was boring.
Because you were under attack.
It was going to be a safety quit, mine.
You can. I've done this before you do your thing. Me more importantly.
You telling me what to show for?
Before I bring on my opening act, who is only doing a short period of time, let me to take up some of his time by talking for 2 minutes.
I'm above coming to attack you straight away, but I know somebody who isn't. He's just here for one reason only, to wham me all up.
There's not a chance you know who he is. There's not a chance you care. After 12 years of doing it together, welcome to the stage. Who's this guy? Oh, was he the guy for the last one, I guess? The fucking wildlife here that makes noises. It's just another part of Australia where they just went, well, I guess a bird makes the noises of a monkey being sexually assaulted at 5:30 in the morning every day for 45 minutes. And
is that how they mate as well? Like, you know, back
no,
home,
that's just it's not mating. That's just what they do. Just
as much as with beef our own country, well, even though we're from different countries, the morning chorus is glorious in the UK.
What the? Oh, yeah, because it's just little birds tweeting, and if your windows are closed,
but like
you cannot hear.
There seems to be like a bit of harmony to it. There's like a little bit of like there's some.
The only time the birds in the UK don't sound beautiful.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Is when you're outside having a cigarette at the end of a sesh, and the birds go tweet tweet, and you're like, you treacherous bastards! How fucking dare you remind me of this mistake?
The morning.
How fucking dare you bring this to my attention? Right, I was in there. I had no idea. Yeah, sunlight. I can ignore that. I can pretend it's just good night. But you bags of shit.
Me, Calford, coming up behind you like that.
You imagine how fucking shite it is on a sesh in Australia, right? Instead of having like tweet tweet. Sorry to remind you that you're a dirty little drug addict. You got that.
Fucking somehow they've got the pans and the wooden spoons at the kitchen. I don't know what they're playing at.
You said it the other day. One of the first nights we were in Sydney, you were like it sounds like animals are attacking each other, and they're just like, oh, it's just the fucking Chucky looky duck bird.
Whoa,
That's
how can I say
it.
we get to titty?
No, chuk is a word that they have.
Chook.
Aye, chuk, chicken.
Oh man, I had someone go, it wasn't too many chooks spoil the broth. That sounded worse than it was. It was the running around with it like a chook without his head. I was like, different.
No, it's headless chicken. You don't get to. You don't get to translate that into your
Yeah, you don't put your slang on a common
into your
idiom.
dirty sea language. Just because they all surf.
So
Surf jockeys. The other one, just to call back to the great things to add on. Bandit is great. So as a would-be haggis bandits, that's good.
aye,
Um,
panini bandits.
Greg's jockeys.
Wrestler.
Right. So that would be something that they'd be against, though. So, Scottish would be Scotland would be
Dodger's better than that. Then.
vegetable Dodgers.
Aye. See,
That's also the Paralympic Boston baseball team.
cock dodger. I'm a cock dodger. Slip for a straight guy. That fucking cock dodger are they?
God, I hope that is a slur they have for us.
I fucking love it.
Aye.
Absolute chism dodger.
Aye. He's a cock dodger, is he? We'll fucking see.
Getting to the way of this.
Oh.
I think if someone fucked me up the arse, my head would pop up like Pop a Pirate. Yeah, when you put the sword in the barrel and the heat flies off. I think that would happen to me. Like, woo! You lose.
I just kick off all my clothes like Buckaroo. Like, wow, this isn't what I wanted. No, it's fine. It's fine. Just reset me.
Put my clothes back on.
Reset me when you're done.
Put my clothes back on and be a bit more gentle next time.
I'm not against it. Just don't startle me.
So you know when we finished,
I'm like Operation. Just don't touch the sides, and we're all good. You can do whatever you want back there, but otherwise,
aye. If you vibrate, I vibrate. Doesn't vibrate, does it? Its nose
No.
lights up.
no.
Does it makes a buzz noise though, doesn't it?
And back in the 70s, it used to electrocute you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you remember the game Perfection? No, I didn't think you did.
Are you a fucking 7-year-old girl just learning fucking slams from YouTube tutorials?
It was like one of your goddaughter slams. And Nate's got loads of them. She just keeps trying to get you with them. It was the game where like you press the board down, so it's like a plastic housing, right, with some mechanics in it. You press the board down and it clicks down, and it's a shape sorter. So you got like a crescent moon, you got like a star, a triangle or whatever, and you've got a shape sort. And if you've got to do it within time, and then hit stop, and when it's all done, you hit stop. But if you didn't get it done in time, it pops up and fires them all up in the air. Did you ever play that one?
I didn't.
I made it up.
Oh.
We're gonna be rich.
Man, I would love to for somebody to just go through all the podcasts and all the times we've come up with a dumb idea. I'm going, we're the first ones to do this, rich. If we were to just be able to get all of those and then find an entrepreneur and just be like, which one?
We should just keep coming back on Dragon's Den, but with a different outfit on.
Yeah. No, just swapping a rotation of mustaches, only used as eyebrows.
Like Imperfection, we had it. Was at my granddad's house.
I'm not. You've pulled the rug too many times. It's a real game, right?
Yeah. I did
And you've described it accurately.
I'd done a very enjoyable bit. That is all.
I had fun.
I nearly left the curtains closed, actually.
Yeah.
But like, I do want to tell the story. We fucking had that at my granddad Pete's house, right? And
Was he the creepy one or the cool
no,
one?
the nice one. Oh, that didn't like Shaggy's cousins and that.
It's a public episode, buddy.
Then he's not going to sue us.
God, I don't think that's what I'm paying.
He was in bed reading fucking Stephen King's It, and he just heard tick 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 come from the other room, and he's like, just fucking see what that is. And he can't run, and he's in the fucking the spare bedroom where we stay when we're over, and I'd put the fucking game away under the bed after I'd completed it, and the button where you press to say I'm done is on like a rocker, and gravity just changed the rocker, right? So he's reading a book, he hears ticking, doesn't know what it is, goes to, he lives on his own, right? Reading a Stephen King book and there's ticking going on, and then he looks under the bed, pulls up the drape, just as the fucking shapes are popped out and fucking scattered all over. So he's dead now.
My mum's dad, one time my gran had this like horrific nightmare. Like just, she woke up like in sweats, tearing. She wakes up and it's fucking dark, and obviously this is back in the 70s, so there's no bedside lights.
1970s.
Aye, not just candles and whatnot.
Seance.
Aye. She wakes up, she goes, "Oh God, oh buddy, I've just had the worst dream of my life. There was this guy, and he came in through the window, and he'd strangled Leslie first, and then he strangled Alison, and then he strangled Jill, and he came in, and he strangled you, and then after I only woke up then, and he strangled me. And oh God, and that's just when I woke up, and for like 10 seconds, my granddad just nothing, and then just went. Oh, slept on the couch for 2 fucking weeks.
And I bet you, I put my money on it. She went, "How long have you been waiting to do that?" How long have you been waiting to do that one, sitting on that?
No, I think she
punished him.
Yeah, I reckon. Like every time he tells the story, I think he belongs to a generation. He was like, I'm like, hitting was definitely involved, but it just wasn't mentioned. She was like a fucking piece of shit. And he was like, "Oh, fair enough."
I think she smacked him up.
No, well, I don't think like she wouldn't have. He was in the police. She wasn't getting it.
But arrest her.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't think she was getting cooked. Mind you, she was a fucking teacher.
She's quite a knock.
Forensic scientist, aye.
Yeah, I knew he was a forensic scientist.
He's got an OBE from the Queen.
Has he?
Aye. Was that mean we have to put in front of his name? Was he?
OBE?
Oh yeah, it's just at the end of his name, aye. Roger OBE.
Oh, that doesn't make a doctor or anything, does it? Sir.
I think it makes him a sir. No, that's a knighthood.
Sir Roger.
No. He definitely isn't a sir. And if he is, fucking hell. I've told this story 1,000 times, but this is the very posh granddad who, when we were underage drinking, we stayed at his, he was like, "Oh, I've got some booze for you. It's called Monnier." And it turned out to be Magners.
Monnier.
He's just such a posh cunt. He was just like, "Oh, Monnier, the fine Irish sparkling wine, I guess."
That's like the posh equivalent of saying jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
Oh, I had a fucking. I was on the phone with Natalie walking through. Melbourne, and I was about to do my solo show, but I'd just opened for you, and I'd done some of the same material, and I was like, I wonder if I should just try and swap some of it out for these specific shows, and I'm just going, but then again, the people who bought tickets already, like, I want them to see the same show. I don't want them to be compromised because there's people that have seen me already this week. The people that have seen me already might not care, and they might know that they're coming to see me doing a show, so they expect it to be the same bits, or they might bring friends.
People can hear the same fucking jokes over and over again.
But we're basically just having this conversation that's been had a million times between comics. And I just went, and I was talking about the Walls of Jericho routine, and I walked around the corner, as I said, I just don't think there'll be as much of a shock laugh the second time she loses her baby as I walked into a group of people who didn't hear the context of the conversation, and they just all started walking faster.
And you're like, "Oh God, I'm going to be in a Russell Howard bit."
Have I caught up with you properly about what happened to me after your gig?
No.
I opened for you, so you'll know all about it because you would have been in the dressing room when it was all happening afterwards. I opened for you at the arena, right, at the convention centre, and then got
great gig, by the way, which we loved. So grateful to everyone who came.
Absolutely class, like genuinely true. But
Ow, my diamond shoes. But here's the thing. You would complain if you bought diamond shoes and they were too tight.
Yeah.
Those are custom made.
This has become a
Have you-
catchphrase. It's a catchphrase. I fucking got... So Harry, who's
Styles.
Stylish Harry,
Stylish Harry.
who was like show managing with
Yes.
Century,
Mm-hmm.
he saw me out the back door, right, which was a trade entrance where like fucking deliveries get dropped off and shit like that, right? And I relinquished my card, which the card gets you through all the fucking doors backstage.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked off and I patted myself down and I didn't have my phone because I'd put all my stuff. Oh, Cara's going to love this because she fucking loves it when I lose my phone. She thinks
Cara's not going to listen to this, so you'll be fine.
you're going to marry her? Anyway.
Aye.
So I turned around to just go back and get my phone and realised there was fucking no way to go back and get my phone. So I've got 45 minutes to get to my solo show. Not 45 minutes to get there, 45 minutes before the solo show starts, audience is in. I have to call my name backstage. I've got 45 minutes. And I come out of the convention centre, haven't got my phone, turn around, the fire door closes behind Harry, and I'm behind this like great door that you can only open with a fucking key card, no intercom on it, no staff, right? And I'm underneath a motorway underpass, so I can't even look around to see which way I'm facing. So like I just start walking. I'm like, there's two directions to go in, I'll walk in one of them.
So, let me guess, immediately wrong.
Yes. 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 But not only immediately wrong, I committed to it.
Of course you did. Just walking up a dual carriageway with the cars coming the other way, being like, I gotta fucking,
Well,
I gotta believe that these signs pointing to Adelaide are the correct.
because I didn't go up the slip road and onto the motorway, but because that would have been a third option, right? I went like where the public foot, like the B roads were, and I walked down a B road, saw two buildings, and I was like, oh great, tall buildings, the CBD. I am going in the right direction because Melbourne, it's only got two buildings. Off I go towards the two tall buildings, blah, 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 blah. I look over my shoulder, millions of tall buildings. What? Who put them there? Doubled back. The city centre seemed miles away.
Aye.
And I knew like I was at the other side of the river and everything. So I start walking. But then like the only road that I could be on just started like arcing away from the buildings. And I was like, well, if I can't get on that way, I can't get on this way, I'm not going to like climb over these fences and through these
You're not
industrial
above that.
buildings. I just didn't want to.
And also, you've got no guarantee that, especially
That
you,
might
that
not
the
even be the right
gardens
way.
you walked through would be the right direction. That's
And I haven't got my phone. So I can't call an Uber. And I can't put my maps on.
yeah.
And I'm just fucking
And you've got
wondering.
no sense of direction.
And there's no taxis coming by because I'm just fucking spat at the train entrance of some fucking place. Like if I could get one, yeah. There was no even way of walk because I just thought if I walk around the convention centre, I'll get to the front of the convention centre, then I'll find the river from there. There wasn't even a good way to walk around it. It was fucked.
Maybe if you listened to your wife's boring star sign stories more, you would have been able to recognise star signs in the sky.
Nah, they're upside down. I would have still got it wrong.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
in Australia.
Well, it's only
Fucking Orion's lying down here. He spotted that.
Is he?
Orion's normally stood there like dead proud now that with his sword belt on. He's fast asleep over here, sideways.
Because they're a lazy people.
Aye.
They're a lazy, lazy people to their core.
Yeah. Night all jockeys. Took us far too long
Yeah,
to find the word night all.
Yeah.
I nearly called them Calpol jockeys and then realised that was the absolute wrong medicine.
Work dodger is so in a way that sounds like a Rupert Murdoch slur.
Work dodger.
Aye.
Yeah, that does just sound like a Titan about my people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Open an act.
so
Eventually, asked a guy in a high-vis jacket that I saw, how do I get to the town hall? And he was like, oh, right, walk down there, turn there, there's a tram stop. Just get on it, it's free. Fuck, man, I waited for so long for that tram. And then when I got on it, it moved so slow.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I can't even contact anybody. It's like, it's getting towards time. In fact, like, it's right on time for us to leave me short. I'm
do you even have a watch on? Do you know what time it is?
Aye,
Right,
aye. I'm
okay.
looking at my watch. I've got my watch,
Aye.
and I'm just trying to like woosah. There's no what you can do. There's fuck all you can do, right? There's not like I can't tell anybody.
You can get off and
I can't
race
get-
the tram.
Once I knew where it was going, I kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
Because like once I realised like, oh, I recognise this is Collins Street. Swansea Street's a couple of blocks away. I'm going to be able to fucking get down and like just fucking jaywalk across the road instead of waiting at the... I broke the rules. I'm on the run now.
In Australia.
I'm laying low.
Oh my God.
I'm going to lay low for a little while.
Did you not even try and
bought-
press the
I've bought a new
button
button.
that doesn't work, and when it does work, it takes 5 minutes? Did you not even... Did you think about that?
No. I dashed over.
You took it...
There wasn't any cars coming in, and there was loads of people waiting, and I was just like, sorry guys, you're on your own.
Well,
You're on your own, not me. I'm with everyone.
you're going to go to jail for using initiative.
Mm-hmm. Now, the day where people that cross the road illegally in jail.
Lots of people over here. Number one reason. They all say it's meth, but it's not. It's because they're all using their intuition.
Intuition.
Aye. What did I say?
He meant initiative.
Oh, okay, maybe I did.
So it was just fucking stressful. I get there, right, and they were like, oh, everyone's been trying to ring you centuries, like all the staff, like the venue staff, Molly and I's been trying to get hold of us, the fucking works. And I was like, right, well, I'm here now, like open the door. And I've only done the show twice since the Fringe.
Uh-huh.
And I went to get my phone in my bag so I could look at my notes. We're just moving back out. Oh, fuck, aye. There's a reason I'm in this pickle. Ironically.
So how early before your gig did you manage to get there?
I turned up on time, like 9:45, dead on. But they would normally have had the doors open and people in by then.
Oh, so they did that.
I was hoping they would just open the doors and let them in. Because there's no harm in it.
Aye.
But they were like, let's make sure he's here first before I do that. They just let them in and it was pretty quick. That was fine. The gig was fine. But holy shit, they're fucking, they're just, the Lord's Prayer that I used to always think I was quoting Vonnegut. Kurt Vonnegut?
No.
Wrote Bluebeard. Well, from the book Bluebeard, there was the quote, grant me the serenity to accept the things I can't change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom always to differentiate between the two.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always said that in like moments of stress, thinking that I was like being cultured and quoting literature. But it is basically the Lord's Prayer that they use in AA meetings for Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh.
So the like anybody who I've said that to, thinking that I'm being full of wisdom,
Aye.
knows I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
even though they're wrong,
Yeah.
they know for a
They
fact
are.
I'm an alcoholic,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to seek help.
It's like you while drunk trying to send out, it's your subconscious sending out a quote of please help me, please slam on the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to quote an episode of Rick and Morty, and then I was like, I just don't think we can become that straight whammy podcast. I already do South Park far too much.
Nah, tell us the Rick and Morty bit. Well, I like Rick and Morty.
No,
Who do you
we
think listens
can't,
to
man.
this?
There are 3 straight women. We can't
People
do it.
who listen to this like Rick and Morty.
And that's fine. And then they'll understand the reference already. They'll be able to bridge the gap themselves.
But now I don't, you're teasing us.
Well, I'll tell you afterwards. I'm just not.
You're not stooping that low.
No, I'll not shoot this podcast with a gun of our own making. We're above 800 Patreons, and we've not dropped below that, which is unheard of. And we're the first podcast in the UK to ever do that.
Changing the game.
Changing the game, man. Nobody does it like we do. Nobody.
Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji.
Aye. What
Could've
next?
said flame,
What
flame
next
would
for
have rolled
us?
off the tongue.
Sky's the limit. There'll be a gig in Sky. I'm so sorry.
We're back down to 799 patrons.
Yeah. That would be justice and also funny. So if you got to do it, you got to do it. See you next month, lads.
Yeah, you haven't lost that many patrons since you slagged off Johnny Depp.
I know, God, yeah. What a weird way to learn. Just don't ever listen to a secondary opinion on anything.
Of all the things that we've said.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'd rather it was that than everything else. And also, they left in the best possible way. You're allowed to be like, fuck you, I'm leaving. I don't think it's classy, but I've never been classy.
No.
Like, it's if you stay and ruin the show, then you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be like, I fucking hate this podcast now because I disagree with you. You're not allowed to be like, I fucking hate this podcast. And then I'm going to actively go out and destroy it because I remember all the things Daniel said. all the things. And you go back through and you realise we actually have deleted a bunch. Not because we were scared, but
Because my guests begged. My guests are cowards. I think, fine, I'll go at the depths of Podbean and fucking ditch your episode.
Sorry,
yeah.
you don't want to be associated with us anymore. Oh, good, because it felt like fucking
I
longer.
flew by that. What?
Same, ditto. Yeah, ditto, man. Same what?
Thanks, man, because I was thinking fucking dragged on.
What did you just say?
Nothing. No.
What do you think I wasn't able to hear that because you?
I turned my head.
Aye.
Well, that's how the mic normally works when you're on the podcast. It's mad that you picked up on that.
Aye. I just don't have any.
Directional hearing.
Aye.
You can't hear around corners.
Can't be done. Aye. Well, it depends. What's around the other corner? Are there walls I can bounce off? Because if it's open sea, probably not.
Well, when's the corners an open sea?
Outside a house.
What?
At the open sea. You can live on a coastline.
Oh, like that house that J-Tip bought just offshore.
Yes. What a callback.
To 2016.
To a podcast nobody remembers, to a guest that's not on the podcast. For those who don't know, G-Tip is our nickname for Gareth because it stands for guest tip, because he was the first guest we fucked and paid.
Mm-hmm. But just the tip. That was a joke.
Mm-hmm. Alley-oop! It was through it was in. Like, it was actually a 3-pointer, and you, by touching it, reduced it to a 2-pointer.
It was like one of them goals that when it's already going in, but then someone comes and taps it in and it's offside because they were offside. But
oh man, I did that at high school. That was my speciality. And let me tell you what, not picked heaps.
Nah.
No, in my defence, it was always funny. Not at the time, but it's objectively funny.
Did you ever used to do the thing where you're through on goal and you'd stop the
I said
ball?
objectively again.
I did. I didn't even pick up on that one. But, I think that might have been your first one of the podcast though today.
I fucking doubt it.
I didn't hear any, but then again, I didn't hear that one. Did you ever do the thing where you're through on goal and like you beat the keeper and you stop the ball on the touchline and then you get on your knees and head it in?
I would only ever cock it in.
Aye?
Aye.
With range. 20 yarder.
Anytime I got a free
On the
kick.
volley. On the volley, just bam! So, we've broke the back of the tour now, this part of the tour. That's a term.
I don't understand it.
Means you passed halfway.
Oh,
You've broke the back in a thing.
okay. Yeah, well, I like going on to breaking the back 9, the golf thing, as opposed to breaking somebody's back.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe?
I always just thought it was like halfway snap. Wanted this happening. Don't need this anymore. Who needs a coccyx? Who needs a lower lumbar? I know me backbones.
Then why don't you have one?
What?
What?
Huh? It's funny that you're being a coward now. Vertebrae.
How were your Melbourne shows?
Class. Really
Aye.
good. Lots of people that sing along to Your Girlfriend Pick Your Dog, which is always heartwarming, you know.
It does give me confidence for the Melbourne podcast as well.
Well, that I'm getting numbers. I know, good. But didn't sell out though. We're pretty full,
Mm.
but like there was room for people to come on the door.
Aye.
That's brutal after playing 5,000. Like,
Aye.
it's bad conversion.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it? Well, I mean, obviously you'd done 2 shows before. Or was it your first show? It was after the MC.
I know, it's like the first couple of shows had about like 30, 40 in just without any promotion, and then the rest of them had like.
What venue were you at again? Listen to me, good friend. What good friend? What venue?
Huh?
What venue?
I was at the Toffin Town, and that's where we're doing the podcast. So this is public one, isn't it? The ticket sales are available now. Like you can buy if you're watching this, you can buy tickets for
If
the
you're
podcast.
in Melbourne, please do come, because the podcasts are only ever good when it's you cunt there and not just the people who will see my name or Kai's and just come in like
I
off the
don't.
street.
I reckon if it was people who just saw my name, the audience would be class.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But it's also
If it was people who just saw your name,
Hmm.
I don't know if this is a slam on me. Because it was people that saw your name and then I watered it down.
No, I think my fans are pretentious.
Aye. No, they're alright.
No, they are. You can be an alright pretentious person, but I think it's because my comedy, like, sounds intelligent to them. They've got it being like, well, if I find it smart, then it must be.
This may be
smart.
biased, but I think I get the best of your fans. I think you've got your fan base, right?
Uh-huh.
And loads of them are pretentious.
Mhm.
But I get the sound ones. The sound ones follow me up.
Right.
And I trim your fans. I boil down your fans to the good
God,
ones.
fuck, I doubt you fucking trim them down heaps.
I have to get rid of some chaff, like chaff.
Chum.
I have to get rid of some chums. I lost some chums that day.
Perth shows.
No one ever calls it chum zoned. This last chum zoned is because you call it chum. They chum for friend. No wonder.
It's just easy.
Bud zoned. I do more.
I can't.
I got absolutely acquaintance zoned.
Oh,
That's worse.
Bro zoned.
Bro zoned, yeah.
It's just when, just a guy that you want to go to like football games with or barcades with. That's my 2 reference points. Or play D&D with. All right, there's my other reference point.
It was a tiny beeps the other day. He couldn't tell us for laughing. But the time the Perriers went into hive, and he lost you. And he thought you'd pulled. And when he got back to the house, he brought a lad back.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Was it not you? It must have been Ali.
I think it rung a fucking massive bell because I think he didn't leave Beebs on his own. I think it was me, Beebs, Ali. There was a few out.
Aye.
And like, obviously Beebs didn't live with you, but I
Aye.
come back with Beebs.
Aye.
And you were just playing FIFA with just some dude.
Aye, I think it was that.
He just got chatting to a bloke, man. I've got drinks at home.
I think it was
The music's loud, I can't hear you.
No, do you know what I think it was? I think it had a fucking argument of some sort with one of you about something, and obviously being the mature man I am, stormed off, was like, I'll go home. And then like in a fucking taxi ride that took ages, some guy was like, do you want to just change taxi? I'm like, well, I mean, I'm going this way, might as well just, let's go back for drinks. And then literally I went back, bitched and moaned and just played FIFA. I don't think I even bitched and moaned. I think I just played. I was like, this is, I don't want to do this with my friends because they've upset me, but I still need the release of them. I'm not telling you my name, but you can come to where I live.
It's so funny. It's
so funny.
Single. Remember when Elliot Steele, when he lived with you, brought a homeless girl back with him.
Oh God, yeah.
And she come back with, because he met her outside of a nightclub, didn't realise that she was asking for change, got chatting to her, got her back. She drank you out of house and home and left.
Yeah.
She just drank all their booze and then fucked off. She was like, I'd rather be on the streets than with you, Elliot.
Yeah, and he has substituted a name there. I know we didn't edit that in, but that was...
It wasn't Elliot.
No. Yes, I do remember that. And also, fucking fair play to her because she put away a bunch.
Aye.
Aye. And also, anytime, even though I disliked it whenever it happened to me, there is always something funny to me about a girl making you that. Maybe it's funny as well if I take all genders out of it, but a girl making you think that she's gonna fuck you and then just not, and then just fuck it up like it's cruel.
Oh, you would? You would think that? The fucking greatest prank you ever played?
No.
You got us blue balled?
No, I've also had girls do it to me when I'm like, but it's not a fucking turn.
It's
not a turn on for me, like to fucking blue ball me and then fuck off. But there's a time when I'm annoyed, right? There's a time when I'm frustrated, then I'm annoyed, and then I'm definitely bare. And then 3 years pass, and I'm like,
You still fancy the pants off her?
it's funny, man. Like, it's
Like the one that got away?
I think it's because it's a dick move. It's a dick move, and it's somebody who will regularly take the do not disturb signs off of hotel rooms that are not my own and flip them around so it says please make up my room. Anything that's slightly dicky, I'm not against it.
Did you know about when he did that? He got one of his the girl he was seeing at the time. He wasn't getting out with her, but he was like, friend zoning her. Now you got
Banging it.
you were bang, I know. You got a friend to go as far as she could without fucking us, and then call a taxi. He tied her in a bit. He just left us there in underpants with a heart on in his living room.
And she did. I took her aside. I was like, "Hey, this is just a suggestion." But like 4 months ago, he wronged me, and I said I'd get revenge.
I framed him. I updated his Facebook status saying, "Normally I don't let the fringe get to me, but I'm feeling really weepy." And he started getting messages off relatives.
Matthew, I woke up to 7 missed calls from mum, right? And I was just like, all right, you took it too far, you fucking piece of shit. So, and I said to him, noted, and then 5 months later, I said to this girl, fucking God bless her, if she ever sees this, fucking what a sound fucking lad. I'm like, he wronged me a while ago.
Shadow absolute man.
If you just wind him up as much as you want and then just fuck off.
Just doing my thong, Danny.
And she made you call a taxi.
And
she was like,
I can easily fucking the time it takes a taxi to arrive.
And also,
that's my MO.
Yeah, but the second he called the taxi, she takes her top off, she gets down to her underwear. So he's obviously
she was telling us she loved it when lads touch her back. I was like, what do you mean, lads? So I was like gently caressing her back. And that's like on request, on command. I was just rubbing up against us. And ring, ring. I was like, oh, is that your taxi? Aye.
Should I tell them that you're not coming? How are you dressed already?
Aye.
How the fuck did you do?
Can I get the door for you? Oh, why is there a hole in the door like a fucking Looney Tunes character?
Oh man, it was so funny because I remember it. Me and the girl that I was seeing at the time, because obviously she knew the plan. She found it very funny. We were just peeking out the door because we didn't tell him straight away. It was just me and her looking out. And he just came downstairs and just in his boxers with his erection, just
like a John Travolta meme.
He literally in the middle just goes, "What the fuck, man?
I done everything right."
Like, oh, okay.
I touched her back. She said, touch me back. She was just trying to keep my hands elsewhere.
Did you wank on my couch that night?
Nah, can't remember.
You must have.
I tried because I was on the couch runner that night.
Yeah, it wasn't when you lived with us. You definitely did.
I'm thinking even though, like, if I'd known what you had done, 100% would have done it with no remorse. But I never let me come land on anything.
Yeah.
Aye.
You don't ever?
Nah.
I try not to, but
I never make a mess.
Never?
Nah, I've got military admin. Administration. Straight into the fucking little test tube. Put a lid on it. Put it in my collection. Fucking dusty bottles. Dusty bottles doing in the basement. Turning into vinegar.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. Like, I don't like it's very ungraceful to like come on yourself and then wash yourself up like you're some sort of common whore. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not doing that to myself. Like, don't get me wrong, I've done it. I'm not a buffet, but like, there's a real level of shit where you just come on yourself. You're like, well, I guess I'll just deal with that now.
It's like a bad gig. The next one's always round the corner. You think you've had your last one, but don't be fooled. A time will come when you get hoodwinked.
It's just when laziness overtakes self-respect.
Oh,
like, it's a sad moment in your. I believe it's 9 times out of 10. It's a sad moment when you come on yourself.
You could be like in a flat chair with a common ground bathroom, and your fucking mates are still up. Your bedroom. You're like, well, I have to go through there to get some toilet roll. Or it just quietly fucking.
I'm not saying there's no place for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it's not Nobody's ever come out of that feeling good, right? Like it's
Nah.
a gross.
And I'm not even that hairy. It's easy. It's an easy clean. It's an easy fucking
You
clean.
don't have to go down and get those carpet rug washers that you can fucking rent at the end of Sainsbury's. Sticking your timber. Jesus, are you all right? What was that? Like, so you dropped super glue on yourself?
What must have happened?
You know, I was.
Obviously super glue.
Why else would you need a rug cleaner on a bear? That's all I'm saying. No, you know, he was excited to glue his warhammers together, a bit too excited. Good. The second most common reason your hair on your belly gets sticky after a shameful hungover wank
is midnight cocaine Warhammer.
Yeah.
I think we can say goodnight to these people.
Yeah. I don't think I'm done with the coming on yourself debate. I want everyone out there to know if you come on yourself regularly.
Right, girls, just squirt on yourselves. And riddle me this. If a slut squirted in the woods.
Would the Pope still shit there? Come to our podcast show. What date?
23rd of April. It's a Sunday.
The Lord's Day. So make a choice.
4:23.
Make a choice. What?
Like 4:23.
Oh, the 23rd of. Okay.
Mhm.
Right. I thought it was a wee joke.
It was a May the 7th be with you joke.
End the fucking podcast.
See you at the live one.